trying to move it up. It was in my shoulder. You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headline and shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you look like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. They don't make a sound. Videos on these. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in the ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. I look pretty like no. I never loved anybody, but I got something to do with it. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him to like you trying to move.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Okay, I'm back to school. This is open campus. This is I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her motto she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin. I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Kris Jenner. I promote the family. Kardashian, see the Benzo. She like, oh, it's happening. Think she called me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation Janet. Boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, what's underground? What's underground? Frontin' like a ride with the mob. Why shouldn't I charge me, myself, and I? Play the odds, a yes man, it's just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menu, the a la carte. Oh, I had to make my point about this wave. Watch for the sharks bounce. I gave it up and talking Cuban links. Tell her ain't no weak link in my Cuban link. Only like my age. We was gangin' since the platinum FUBU days. I got dreams of being Hova, action movie, yay. Listen, babe, it's so good you think I'm cool with yay. Okay, my diamonds dancing, I could Lisa Ray. Life is hard, but it's easy being truthful, baby. For real, overload. This is like I got like my pinky. Money, baby, we don't pay with ain't odds. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out. Luckily, sold, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw, peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me? Nikki, baby. Go.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Wentz. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Ertz has it left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, it's Manning. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
To throw is Manning, and that is incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Stocker's got it. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On second down, here's Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Sunday.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got his man, that's Wallace. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ram.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Manning now to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Manning on the bootleg. And Ingram holds it in. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A first down carry for Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, here's Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's go. Great.
Wins to throw on second down. Got it complete to Rodgers. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 43 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Man 5-7.
Now Wentz. And incomplete here on third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the flag. You did it. I had to.
They run with Ajayi. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. We'll pick up another first down with that run.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Wentz, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Elliott puts this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good run steam going.
He finds Beckham complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Manning able to find OBJ there for a Giants first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. To Barkley on the check down. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing is Manning on third down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Manning now on first down. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
No gain on the play there, second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Manning to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Hicks in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and long for the Giants and Eli following the sack. Shotgun now for Manning. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football? It says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He's going to launch this thing. Wait, and got his man complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. Into the red zone. Wentz. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Manning. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's third down. From the gun, it's Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. Here's Wentz to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Manning to throw on second down. And they get Jordan loose. It's incomplete.
Jesus.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Giants on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Manning. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A big play there, manning to Shepard. 69 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Into the red zone now, Manning. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Manning. Now he's forced out right. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
The Giants on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Manning. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They begin with a run by Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Manning. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Working from the gun, Manning. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Cravon will block with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here's Ajayi. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing is Wentz. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And a kick by Elliott is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Giants on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Manning going to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Finding room inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. Ram. Lion.
Now it's Ajayi. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Eluding the pressure. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can. One
of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Manning. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Bannon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Great 15. 82. Great.
Back to throw. Wentz steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Zebra.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left. And that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Eagles, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Redskins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Swerve